Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Fortitude Fix. I hope you're well. My name is DaShanna, and in today's video, I am bringing to you my 7-month pregnancy update. I know I've said this for a while, but we are almost caught up. My next pregnancy update video is going to be in real time. So excited. Thank you all for bearing with me, but you know, life. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be talking about weeks 28 through week 31. And yes, y'all, I cannot believe we are this close. We are almost there at the finish line. Oh, yes, okay. Oh, I'm ready. I'm so ready. This whole pregnancy has been a lot for me, but let's go ahead and just get back into the intro portion of this video, and then let's get into all of it. My name is DaShanna. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I am pregnant with our second baby. I have a baby girl named Nova who will be 20 months old when this baby arrives. So yes, I will have 2 under 2 for a little bit, and I'm actually kind of excited about it. So I think she's gonna be a great big sister. It's just the cutest thing. It's just gonna be the cutest thing, okay? A little bit about me. I do have sickle cell disease type SC hemoglobin. And if you don't know what that is, I have a couple of videos here on this channel. I'll try to link some down below, but essentially it's an inherited blood disorder that I was born with. And so that meant my mom and my dad biologically had these genetic traits. So then when I was created, I took the trait from both sides, which means I have the full-blown sickle cell disease, okay? So the S and the C, right? S comes from one parent, C comes from the other. And so that's me. I also have a large fibroid on the top left side inside of my body. It is not inside of the uterus, which it's not affecting this pregnancy at all, but we are monitoring it. I have a ton of videos here, well, not a ton, but like 4 or so videos here of my fibroid journey and everything. So if you want to take a look at those, I will definitely leave that playlist in the cards as well as the description below. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all know I like my 80s and 90s nostalgia from the What to Expect app. So in week 28, we're picking it right back up. Baby is as big as a clear landline phone. I used to want one of these so bad. I used to want my own phone, but it never happened. I was never able to get my own phone. And then by that time, like by the time I got old enough to, you know, pay for my own phone or whatever in the house, kind of house phones were not really happening. You had your cell phones and that's what you used. So shouts out, give this video a thumbs up or leave me a comment down below. Do you still have a house phone? Do you have a house phone in your home? Let me know. I am going to take a look at week 28. We had a family photo shoot in week 28 for like our baby maternity shoot, I guess. But my husband was there, me of course, this big old baby bump, and Nova. It was so cute. If I have the pictures back, which it's taken me a while, but I will upload or I will put some here. But just, it was so fun. It was really fun, and something that was really special to me is that I wore the outfit that I wore to my mom's funeral because 1, I like the aesthetic of it and the colors, and 2, I know that my mom would have absolutely loved that dress, and 3, I was able to use and wear some of her jewelry as well. And I wanted her to be with us. I wanted to feel like she was with us for this maternity shoot. It was pretty amazing. So I wore this, the cross, obviously that was my mom's, and there's a picture of like Nova holding the cross, and like, it's so beautiful. So I wanted to incorporate her in every way possible in this maternity shoot, and so I wore that outfit. I had a hangout with a friend this week, so that was a lot of fun to catch up with them. I have been feeling a lot of fatigue in week 28. Not so much any pain, but just extremely like tired and fatigued throughout the entire week. I do have a prenatal appointment this week, and I was able to complete the admission paperwork during this appointment so that like when I get to the hospital, I don't have to do the admission stuff. I can just do the other stuff. There is more paperwork. Don't think that when you do the admissions paperwork that you're done. Part of it included the birth preferences. If you haven't seen my video about like how to create a birth plan, if you want to download my free template to get a birth plan, go ahead and click the link down below. But yeah, like literally having a birth plan, figuring out what it is you want, don't want, letting your partner in on it, letting your doula in on it, informing your care team, whether you have an OB or a midwife, etc. All of it's really, really important. Keep in mind though, birth does not always go to plan, but that's why you have ideas of things that you want in case of a vaginal delivery, in case of a C-section, etc., etc., etc. Definitely check that out if you are interested in learning more about like setting up a birth plan. This prenatal appointment, I found out that I had gained like 10 pounds the entire pregnancy. So week 28, 10 pounds since the very first time. Okay, I'll take that. Blood pressure was great, pulse was great. Baby's heartbeat was 140 BPM or beats per minute. So very, very good and healthy there. I don't know why, but this week I was feeling a little overwhelmed and emotional. I think there had been a lot of things going on with the bank and like dealing with my mom, with my mom's finances and stuff. And so I think just like with work, with pregnancy, with Nova, with my husband, with, you know, dealing with all of these things after someone passes away, like it was just a lot for me. So did have a little, you know, just feelings of overwhelm and emotion, you know, and pregnancy too, right? Like it happens. I have been eating my Tums every single night. My Tums live by me, okay? Like this heartburn is real. So heartburn is still a symptom. The addiction to sweets is still a thing. I believe last pregnancy I was really into sour things like pickles, olives, green olives, like the brine. I would drink the pickle juice. I would drink the, like, y'all, I was into the briny, salty stuff. And so now it's like extremely sweet stuff that I'm into. So there's that. If you watched my last video, you will know that yes, I am addicted to root beer this pregnancy. Root beer is something that I have just been wanting. So more root beer, more non-alcoholic beer. And the little like trivia question, if you didn't know, I was super into ginger ale when I was pregnant with Nova. The entire time, ginger ale. Not just in the beginning when you're like nauseous and stuff, but like the entire time. I couldn't get enough ginger ale. So this time it's root beer. Definitely still felt like a bottomless pit this week. Week 28, I'm eating everything and I'm just okay with it. Like, you know, I'm grieving, I'm a parent, I'm pregnant, I'm a wife, I'm an employee, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. Like, there's a lot happening, and if I want to eat something that may not be the best, give me my, you know, my kicks and my laughs while I can. Like, just let me do it, okay? Let me do it. Super funny. One of the nights in particular this week, I woke up, it was like midnight or something, and I was like scrummaging around. I was like, dang, I was like, I ain't got no snacks. Like, I really just woke up and thought that I would have some snacks next to me, but I didn't. But my husband went down and brought up some snacks for me. So we had a little midnight snack in bed. I think he brought some Cheez-Its or something, and we were just like snacking in bed. And he was laughing at me because I was so emotional about not having any snacks. Yeah. Oh yes, and prenatal vitamins that I have still taste and smell disgusting. Yep, it's still there. Let's go ahead and get into week 29. So my app says that in week 29, your baby is as big as Mr. Potato Head. Okay, there we go. Or Mrs. Potato Head, or the person Potato Head. Anyway, week 29 was an interesting week because it started off with a super huge surprise. I had had the calendar planned out, and there was a brunch with one of my friends on the calendar, and I knew this brunch was coming up. It's been there for like a month and a half, and I was like excited. Like, you know what, I've never been to brunch with this person like just one-on-one. It's always been like our partners or whoever, like a group of us. And I was like, I get to go to brunch with this person. I'm so excited. So anyway, I get ready for brunch. I show up. Tell me why there's like 12 people there. It's a surprise baby shower for me from my friends. Like, what? I never expected any of that to happen. I was so shocked. If I can find the video, I'll put in a little clip right here. But like, I just walked in and they were just like, blah, surprise! And I was just, it took so long for my brain to recognize what was happening. I was like, who is being so loud in this establishment? But like, it was a surprise for me, and it took me so long to even register that that was happening and that it was for me. So thank you all so much for watching. I know pretty much all of you are subscribed to this channel. If you are watching this video, I love you all, especially to my girl who like threw it and like put it on and like reached out to everybody. You are so sweet. Like, y'all, I was beyond. And that is it's like making me really emotional, and it was very special, and I'm very appreciative, and I was very surprised and caught off guard, and that typically doesn't happen. I usually figure something out beforehand. So thank you. That was a great start to week 29. I had an ultrasound a couple of days later to check on like how everything's going with the sickle cell and the fibroid, and there was like a new ultrasound tech who like brought me back, and she was like learning. I was like, okay, cool. So the ultrasound tech that I usually have was there, and then he did his thing, went to go talk to the doctor. While we were waiting, the new ultrasound tech was like, do you mind if I kind of like take a look? And I was like, no. And honestly, you have the right and the power to say no, okay? If you do not feel comfortable, if you don't want to go through another like ultrasound for somebody else to practice, you can say no when they ask, hey, do you mind if I try or if I look? Like, you don't have to do that. So the thing about me though is having sickle cell and going to all of my appointments with hematology and everything growing up, and just how like healthy I was, they would say, I always had like a team of like medical students or like whoever like coming to see me because my case was just so different. And so like my doctors would always ask if it was okay for like a med student to sit in on our appointment or whatever. And I always wanted to be a doctor, so I was all for it. My mom knew I wanted to be a doctor, so when I was younger, she would allow them to come, when you had to have your parent with you. And so I just grew up doing that. I don't have a problem with that, with people, who are needing their training, etc., because I've been in that place during some of my internships that I've had, and, work as a doula. And so I get it. But if you are uncomfortable, you have the right to say no. I just want to put that out there. So the new tech looked around, and then the doctor came in, but it was a different doctor. And I've seen a lot of doctors in my day. I know a lot of doctors personally, and I've just come in contact with a lot of them in general from, interning in the medical space and just all the things that I've done over the course of my life. However, this doctor is one of the ones that like just gets under my skin. So it's like, I'm in a rush. I'm like, oh, like, you have questions? Okay, what are your questions? Like, just like, I didn't like it. I didn't like zero bedside manner, like didn't even fully come in to, usually like they sit down, hi, how are you? My name is such and such. Like they just kind of came in, and he was just talking really fast, and he seemed like he was in a rush to go somewhere, which I'll come back to that in a second. He was like telling me this, and this, but it was like very general. Like, you look good, your weight is fine, baby's fine, blah, 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 blah. So we'll see you in a couple weeks. Like, and I'm just like, whoa, hold on. Like, what's the fibroid measuring? Has it gotten bigger? Like, I have some questions for you. And so when I said, hey, I actually have some questions, he kind of like rolled his eyes in a way. And I was just like taken aback, but I continued to speak and ask my questions. Then his answers were like, oh, just reach out to your OB, ask your OB. And I'm like, okay, like I will, thank you. However, you're here to look at these ultrasound results and talk to me about what is happening, and like you're not doing that. And so like I asked him another question, and his response was like, you know what, it's just different for everyone, it's very, you know, general, and like whatever he said, I can't really remember. I was starting to see red. Honestly, I was just pissed, and I didn't want to be in his presence anymore, so I kindly dismissed him. But it was just like you're giving me nothing, and you don't want to be here, so then I don't want you here, and like you can leave. Like I was like, thank you so much, bye. Like like be gone. Like it was ridiculous. So thank goodness that wasn't my regular doctor. But if for whatever reason y'all have a doctor that's like that, that is your doctor, go ahead and feel ever so free to request a different doctor, to get a second opinion, to do whatever you need to do to get your questions answered, because that was not okay. So sir, that wasn't okay. I know you're probably never gonna see this, but that wasn't okay. What I said I was gonna come back to was when I left to go back to kind of the nurse's station to set up my next appointment, I saw him, and he, I guess maybe felt bad in a way, because he acknowledged me and was like, oh hey, like you're all done, you're all set, headed out. And I was just like, mm-hmm. And you know, he was like rushing again, but was like, yeah, and he was talking to the nurse. He's like, yeah, I have to head over to blankety blank location. Granted, I knew the location. I knew it wasn't super close, but he had to travel to get to another site. And I'm just like, maybe that's why you were acting like that, because you maybe have to go cover somebody else's rounds or cover like whatever. Or maybe you were here covering and you have to go back to your own personal rounds. But I just got so annoyed, and I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And he left, made my appointment. I get out to the car, to the parking lot, and I see him like skeet skirting off in his car, like, and I'm just like, yeah, he must be late for something, but that doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. So I was not happy about that ultrasound, but I was very happy to see baby and to get some more pictures. Week 29 was also really crazy. So we're gonna do a video about this, but we actually moved. We are no longer in our other place. And so like week 29 was like figuring all of that out and like getting the final touches and packing. So whew, week 29 was a lot, but I promise you more to come. Week 30, my app says that your baby is the size of a Slinky dog. You all are familiar with Toy Story. Slinky dog is the one with the, like the slinky in the middle and, you know, whatever. Able to stretch and do things to help him out, help the crew out. So that's super cute. In week 30, literally, we closed on our home. Literally the day that I turned 30 weeks exactly, we moved into our home. We were trying to get settled, trying to get Nova settled. My eating wasn't the best because we're like door dashing, like trying to get settled in the new space. And I had the energy. I had energy. So that was really surprising. And yeah, we're here, y'all. We are here. It was just a lot, but I'm very grateful for this amazing opportunity in life to be a homeowner and to do this with my family and for my family. It was a doozy of a week. I wasn't even paying attention to how I felt pregnancy wise, but I knew I felt good and I had energy. I didn't lift anything, I promise, but it was a fun week. It was exciting. Week 31, this is the last week that we're gonna cover in this particular update, and then we'll be like caught up when I bring to you month 8, okay? Yes. In week 31, your baby is as big as a fanny pack. Y'all, fanny packs are back. Have y'all seen some of the cute fanny packs that are out here and how people wear them like as crossbodies and stuff? Like, ugh, fashion. I have like zero fashion sense, but the fanny packs are back and they've been back for a while and they're just in a new wave, so that's cute. So week 31, I actually went to a bachelorette party, so that was fun. A bachelorette weekend. Yes, I was the pregnant one there, turning up with my, you know, O'Doul's non-alcoholic beer, okay? It was so fun to celebrate such an amazing friend of mine, and I had a good time. I took a day off work just to recoup from the bachelorette party when I got back, And I don't do that enough. I don't utilize my like days off at work, and I probably should, but I got my maternity leave coming up and I'm just trying to make do with what I have, because in California things are a little interesting. In the US things are a little interesting when it comes to maternity leave. However, I do not actually get maternity leave. I go through the state, and then I'm able to use like my own PTO from work to take time off. So there's that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm like trying to like save my days so that I can be with my newborn longer. In week 31, there was a whole like 2-day training thing that I did at work, and it was just a lot, y'all. Like sitting down in front of a computer for so long, like all day, like 9 to 4, it was a lot. And I know it was a lot for my husband because we both work and we, you know, don't have childcare at the moment, and we're just like switching back and forth. And so he was with Nova like quite a bit of the majority of the day. So thank you so much, husband, for all of your help and your love and your support as always in getting through that week. And let's see. Yes, and the prenatal vitamin still smells gross. So other than that, that is month 7. A lot happened. I'm just excited to be caught up with these pregnancy updates and bring to you some like good new content. I'm just so excited for this new space, for this new beginning. My mom isn't here, but I know she's here in spirit and she's really excited for us. Just hope I'm doing you proud, Mom. Thank you all so much for watching this 7-month pregnancy update. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you in my next one. And as always, remember to fill your cup. Bye.